And live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Tee It Up Grandstand. I'm your host, Shan Coughlin, here with my special guest, Mr. Mike Benson, who's trying not to break our microphone.
I'm going to break it at some point.
From the Pearl. How are you doing?
Doing well, Shan. How are you?
Good, good. Well, it's a little different setup, so
Yeah, it's a little low and close, and I like to touch it.
Okay. We are not going there. Okay. I'm sitting far away, Frank. So, what's going on at the Pearl?
We are getting ready for summer. It's starting to heat up right now, and we've got a long spring, kind of a cold winter, long spring, which has been good, and we're starting to feel the temperature get ready for summer.
There you go. And at the Pearl, for those of you who are not familiar, they have 36 holes.
That's correct.
2 completely different golf courses, which is kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. And again, great thing about summertime comes, we kind of transition. We have our west course, which is great for the spring and the fall and the wintertime with the bent grass greens. Going into summertime, we have the east course on Bermuda greens, and everything is just starting to pop. It's such a cool transition because, we talk about it in the fall where we transition out of the Bermuda being all green and everything, and we let it go dormant. And we have that transition into everything is all bright green. It's cool to see again. It's cool to see the golf course all green.
So you really have the change of seasons by the change of the green.
It's the change of the greens, exactly right.
But y'all do a really good job with your bent grass because I know that you baby it in the afternoon when it's really hot, so that people can actually get out and play it in the morning time.
That's correct. We shut it down. We do a double tee in the morning all summer long, starting June 1st. We'll do a double tee in the morning and then shut it down all afternoon because our maintenance staff a chance to go out and water the greens, make sure there's no hot spots or anything. When you have play out there, it's really hard to kind of get in between and try to hose and hand water everything in between play. So we have a chance now. Every green stays in good shape. We don't have any burnouts anywhere, which is really good. Our maintenance staff loves it.
And it's hard in this area to keep on top of that because the bent grass, while 3 seasons out of the year is awesome. In the summertime, you really have to stay on top of it.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's 3 seasons. It's amazing, right. And then you have to. We're lucky we have 2 golf courses. If we didn't, we couldn't do what we're doing.
And so those of the folks that are up north going, wait, 3 seasons, 4 seasons. That's year-round golf. Absolutely, we know. That's why we live here.
That's exactly right.
We invite you all down and want you to come.
Although I don't get to play until summertime. Summertime is coming. This is why I get excited this time of year. It's when I get to play golf. I have enough time. I get out of work at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon is enough time to practice or go out and even play 18 holes, which makes me happy.
Well, it's all about you being happy.
I need to be happy.
Mike Benson at the Pearl needs to be happy. So, folks, if you go to the Pearl, you need to ask him, Mike, are you happy today?
If I play golf, I will be happy.
Okay, so I'm assuming my invite's coming.
You can come up anytime. I'm not gonna call you and invite you. You need to say, Mike, I want to come up and play golf, and then.
Well, I want to play. We need to play together.
Okay, absolutely.
All right. So summertime, you heard it. Everybody heard it.
I've said it so many times.
And I have come up there to play. You were working. So I'm fussing at you now because you're making me look bad on my own show.
Sorry, come up and play. Just call me, let me know so I can make arrangements. I'm a busy person. I have to make arrangements for me to get out of the shop and play golf with you.
Well, I guess technically this is your show. So
that's right. I pay for the show. It's mine.
All right. Well, it sounds good. Either way, we'll play golf. Which is your favorite course to play when you go out to play, east or west?
I'm partial to the west. I like to take the driver out and hit it hard.
Yeah.
The east makes me think too much, and I hate thinking. I want to just go out and wail away a little bit. Both courses are good though. Yeah. I mean, really, there's just so much. The scenery on the east, I think, is prettier. I think each hole is unto itself. You're not seeing anything else but the hole you're playing, and the scenery is just fantastic. The west course is a little more forgiving, and I need forgiveness. Yeah.
Well, at least at first, right? And as you get back into the swing of
things. There are spots. Well, I need forgiveness all the time. But there are holes on the west too that will force you to hit it straight. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
Okay. And you've got the new Nikes. Ready to go?
Love all the vapor stuff, the vapor irons, the the vapor driver, everything it's just fantastic. And I didn't wear any. Oh, I got a little Volt in the shirt. I
You got a
guess.
little bold.
Yeah.
I went
You
super
went
bold.
yellow.
I went yellow.
Yeah, you went yellow. It's not. That's not a Nike shirt, is it?
No.
We can't call it Volt.
No, we can't call it bold. Sorry, but it's yellowish.
It's
Almost
on the-
neonish.
Yeah, there you go. It's bright.
So, do y'all carry the vapors in the clubhouse?
We do. We have vapor drivers, the vapor hybrid, and the vapor and fairway woods. We're excited to get. We're looking forward to getting our wedges and putters in here shortly. Nike's going to roll those out here in the next couple of weeks, from what I've heard.
Okay. Well, I'm amazed because I've seen several of the Nike drivers, and there's different color patterns on them. You can actually get different stuff.
Yeah, they rolled out that whole Volt driver. I guess Jimmy got his from Kirk Creek a couple weeks ago, and that just suits him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That is just right up his alley. Yeah, that's what he needs.
It's bright, but also the bags.
The bag's cool.
The bags are cool, but they, again, different color
Right.
patterns.
You can
don't have to look like everybody else.
exactly. You can be a little subdued with the Volt. You can have it just highlighted, or you can go full out bright and colorful as you want.
Highlighter event.
That's basically what it is.
Hashtag the highlighter event.
like it.
Yes.
I like it. We started something new.
We did. We got to get back into the pictures, maybe, though. We got to get some
Yeah.
new poses.
Yeah.
Some
We got to get
photos.
some more pros. It can't just be me, Jeff, Brett, and Jimmy.
That's true. Well,
We need some more other guys to do it.
absolutely. So, if you're out there and you've gotten in your new Volt Nike apparel, come on in. We'll take your pictures.
Have you had Brooks on the show yet? Have you had our Nike rep?
He has been, but not in a while.
That's the guy to have out here.
Okay.
He's insane.
Mr. Brooks. Is he rocking the Volt stuff?
He'll rock anything.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. He is. Think about the way Jimmy dresses. That's Brooks' personality. I mean, he is just as upfront and he's so much fun to be around. He's crazy.
All right. Well, we will get him.
All right,
Maybe
get him
you know
out
what
here.
we'll get him on.
On one of my
your
shows.
shows,
All right,
yes.
sweet.
There we go. Okay, we'll invite him in.
Sweet.
So now this summer, you guys are running some great play 2-round specials.
This summertime is the time we're gonna catch the family players at the beach. Coming in not necessarily on a golf package, but staying, and a lot of players just do want to play golf either early or later in the afternoons, and we have some wonderful specials. We plan on getting some rack cards and some of our cards out to these hotels just to let them know what we got going on. But yeah, we want our players to come out, play one day, and we're going to give you a coupon to come back and play us again during your stay. I mean, just really give you a great value.
All right, well, and we'll get some of those in the house, so we can
Yeah,
put them on your featured.
absolutely.
We'll put them on your featured golf course page here at thegolfdirector.com. If you go to the destination page, Myrtle Beach, you'll see all of our featured courses, including the Pearl East and West. So the West, you were talking about being able to just bomb the driver. That must be the link style.
That is the link style, yeah.
The East is more Parkland.
The links is Parkland. You better hit it in the right spot, otherwise you're going to be behind a tree. I mean, there are spots that you can hit it in the fairway and still not be in the perfect spot. You want to be in the right area of the fairway to have a shot at the green there.
But didn't you tell me they had the most trees and the most shade in the summertime?
The trees and shade on the east, that is correct. Although you get the breeze on the west. If you don't mind, if you play a little later and the sun's a little lower in the sky,
Yeah.
or early and the sun's low in the sky, it's the west is fine because you got a nice breeze coming through at most of the holes.
Nice. And the breeze primarily comes off y'all on the water there?
We are on the Calaveras River.
That's right, the Calaveras River.
I mean, we do get a breeze off the ocean through the marshland. And
I was just thinking, I know I've seen water out there. I just couldn't remember if it was the large ponds or if you were actually on the river.
now we are actually on the rivers. You can look across and see one of the courses across from us, Oyster Bay, and we share that marshland there.
Nice. Everybody play nice in the sand.
We try.
Yeah.
We try. We get a lot of players again. Players showing up. Oh, is this Oyster Bay? No, Oyster Bay. You can get there if you can swim.
Yeah.
That's the fastest way to Oyster Bay. How do you get there?
Swim.
Hop in the river.
Hop in the river.
Yep.
I have to say the funniest thing I've ever seen though is we did have an elephant in the waterway right near
I don't
my
believe
house
it.
one time. Yep.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I don't know where it was from, but it was near Myrtlewood, right down there in the
You
waterway.
had an elephant.
It was an elephant.
Like a real elephant.
Yeah, it was in the paper. Funniest thing I've ever seen in the waterway. Scariest thing I ever saw in the waterway, though, was when I worked at another course right there, Glen Dordick up in Little River. We had a deer in the water, and somebody in a boat was actually trying to help it, but they didn't want to get in the water, understandably.
Right.
They didn't want to get kicked,
Right.
etc. So that was pretty scary. And they eventually got another boat to help kind of guide it towards the bank to an area that they felt was not so steep, and the deer actually was able to get out. But as soon as it got to the top of the bank, it just laid down. It was so
tired.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary. But interesting things that happen
I
up
would
rivers
imagine.
and waterways.
We have a ton of deer, wildlife all over the Pearl. I came to work last year. We did have a deer in the pond that was being eaten.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, so it had passed away.
A gator had grabbed it. I'm guessing it was getting some water on the side.
All right, so wait a minute. Last interview, you're in here talking about how the people think the gators are fake.
The gators are not fake.
And they ask you if you've purchased them just for looks.
We have not.
You need to tell them the story about
I have
the gator
pictures on the phone. I try to show them
took pictures?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it was kind of a cool. I mean, obviously it's
It's a cool
sad.
nature thing.
It's the circle of life, and we have wildlife all over the Pearl.
Yeah.
I mean, there's hawks, ospreys. I mean, just
Now, hawks are cool.
hawks are awesome. I mean, I have some in my office. I have some cool hawk pictures.
Okay, cool.
But just everything that lives out there. There's no houses. I mean, so it's wildlife undisturbed, and they're going to do their thing. I mean, we have deer. When we redid the greens a couple of years ago on the west with the bent grass, we had to actually put up plastic bags around the greens to prevent the rustling in the wind would prevent the deer from running all over the newly. There's just wildlife all over that property. It's 900 acres with not a house living on it.
You know, I forget about that there are no. I mean, I realize that you can't see any homes from the courses, but I forget that they're physically just not there.
Right, there's just on that property. I mean, you have a couple communities that buttress up against us with Sea Trail and one of the other communities, but there's nothing on the Pearl. I mean, so everything that was there is going to be forced onto our property. So I mean, you can go out, and my girlfriend is a avid photographer, so she don't even play golf. She loves golf. She does play golf, but when she plays the Pearl, she's more interested in taking pictures, and she's got all wildlife pictures everywhere. Yeah.
That is very cool. See, I learned something else new today.
Which is
Your girlfriend's avid friend. No, that there's yes, no, that there's I guess I didn't realize there was that much, but it makes total sense. And the gators are real folks. Do not pet the gators. They do not buy fake gators just for looks. They don't have to. So you've got plenty. And it is very. I've lived here since 1995. Played, almost. I think there's only one or two courses here. I still have not played. And every time I see an alligator, though, it is so cool.
It's neat. It's basically a dinosaur. It's something from a prehistoric age that you can get within 2 feet before they jump in the water.
I will say I was out playing a neighbor course of yours, and my ball had gone in the water, and it was a tournament event, and so my partner and I were trying to figure out what the line was, and so I was looking down into the water, like directly down into the water, trying to see if I could see the ball to get the right line. And all of a sudden, he just screamed at the top of his lungs, "Run!" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Run!" And I was like, "What do you mean run?" And I look up 6 inches from where I had my club in the water was an alligator looking right at me.
He was in the water, or was he
was in the water.
Wow.
And because I was looking straight down and not out a little bit, he never made the water move.
That's scary.
Not even a ripple. So
that's how. I mean, they catch their prey. They lie as still as they can. Deer comes over the water. I mean, they can sneak up quietly and.
Yeah, I have a feeling had a hand gone down in the water, it might not have come back out. But
I don't know if
I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's scary.
He was looking right at me. He was right there.
Yeah, they're probably not going to try to eat you, but
I hope not. It was scary.
You knew we had a pet alligator there, right, at the Pearl, and he's still around, but he's kind of lost his hole. Right by.
Okay.
Back where the cars got dropped off, a lot of golfers would throw. There was an alligator, and they would throw their extra food or whatever. He would come. We named him Fred.
Fred.
If you stood on the curb and you yelled, "Here, Fred," he would swim from across the pond over to.
Really.
And he'd open his mouth right at the edge of the pond and
get food.
And try to get food. He'd expect you to throw it to him.
Fred. Awesome.
Yeah. He's still around, but there's a little more aggressive alligator in that pond, so.
So Fred's a little bit older.
Fred is older, yeah. He's kind of moved on.
All right.
I think he might have been blind.
Okay.
Because we would throw food at him and he wouldn't move until it hit him in the head.
So, for those of you who tuned in to listen to a golf show, we are talking about the alligators and wildlife on the golf courses.
That's one of the attractions of the Pearl. I mean,
It
it really is. It's a day. Bring out the kids. Bring out the wives. Bring out the girlfriends. Bring out people that want to just enjoy a serene, perfect property.
Nice.
It's really nice.
All right, and so for those looking for more information on how to do that, as far as where you're located, what your rates are, it's still the best place online?
Online, sure, www.thepearlgolf.com or call shop. I mean, 910-579-8132.
All right, do that again.
910-579-8132.
Okay, call them up, go online. I know a lot of the courses are switching over to putting their best rates online.
Absolutely.
Have y'all done the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So to get the best rates, the best information, book that online or call the pro shop. Remember to ask Mike if he's happy.
I'm going to be happy. I'm going to start playing golf. I got tournaments coming up. You have me close to talk into Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday he's going to play in my
we got
tournament.
the Rich Jacobs coming up, and we got a number of good tournaments coming
See,
up.
it'd be a
that I'm
good
looking forward to.
warm-up for the Rich Jacobs. So, all right. That's your information for the month of May. From the Pearl, don't forget they're also part of the Platinum Golf membership. Also one of the best deals on the beach. So to get that information, go to platinumgolfmembership.com. You can get Mike again at Pearl Golf. Is it The Pearl Golf? ThePearlGolf.com. I should know that by now, right? ThePearlGolf.com. That's where all of their great information is. And we appreciate you coming in and just chatting with us a little bit about the Gators,
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
about the golf course. And we're going to play the West Course, so we can
You
just
want to play the
bang
West?
it out. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll bang it
Sure.
out.
It's got to be in the morning.
Double T. I heard. I listened.
It's got to be morning.
I'm trying to
Show up at like 12 o'clock and think we're going to play the West. We can play the East then, but not the West.
Not in the summertime. All right. This edition of Tee It Up Grand Strand, talking with Mr. Mike Benson about the Pearl East and West Golf Course, has been produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director, be sure to check out our featured golf course pages, including theirs, where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much more. If you need help with your next golf vacation, tweet out hashtag JustCallDave, and Dave will find you, or give him a call at 844-GO-GOLF1. That's 844-464-6531. All of our programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand, so to catch up on a show you might have missed, click on the TGD Radio and TGD TV tabs in the menu at thegolfdirector.com. We're now available on over 1 billion devices through iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, and on the Myrtle Beach Golf app, so don't download that today. This is your host, Shan Coughlin, on behalf of my very special guest, Mr. Mike Benson from the Pearl, Jeff behind the glass, our producer. We thank you for tuning in. There's more TGD golf news and information coming up next, so don't go anywhere.